journey so far from Liberia to Accra for the Next Gen program. It has been amazing. My flight was smooth. Everything was okay and I really enjoyed my time.
Alors, mon expérience a été lors de ce déplacement que j'ai adoré le voyage. C'est ma toute première fois au Ghana, si je peux le dire ainsi. J'ai vraiment aimé le paysage.
I can't wait to see how everything else unfolds for the rest of the days, and I can't wait to even interact with everybody else.
The West Africa Democracy Solidarity Network, termed as WADEMOS, is a regional initiative of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development. It was launched in response to democratic reversals and recession in West Africa. We work in the area of elections, also protect and enhance press freedoms, and ensure that there is respect for human rights in the sub-region. WADEMOS is also involved in political transition initiatives. One critical area or initiative of WADEMOS is also the Next Generation Initiative, which is a program to harness the potential of young people to build their capacity and competence to contribute to the democratic process as part of mobilizations to respond to democratic backsliding in West Africa.
Next Gen Initiative is an initiative under the WADEMOS project, and it began 6 months ago. Today we have in our midst participants from 12 West African countries, both young men, young women, and we also have in our midst persons living with disability. The group is very diverse. We have French-speaking participants, and then we have English-speaking participants, then we have Portuguese-speaking participants.
It's been designed in such a way that would break the barriers that divide us as West Africans. So be it language barriers, be it networking, participants are being encouraged to foster relationships and friendships that would span a lifetime.
The first batch of graduates have been graduated from the program. They went through the intensive online sessions and also followed it up with a mentoring program where they were pitched with their mentors for a period of 1 month so that they can practicalize the concepts and learnings that they had in the classroom. They also did a project work, and they are here in Ghana today to share their experiences, their learnings and feedback, and also give us reflections on how the program has contributed tremendously in building their capacity and the opportunities and aspirations that they have going forward as graduates of the Next Generation Initiative.
Today we started formal sessions, whereas we were able to have an in-depth of what WADEMOS is all about and some of the works that they do. One of the things that I found striking the most was the fact that we had a panel discussion, whereas I was the moderator of that session, and the topic of the discussion was about or centered around leadership. Leadership to me is a collective effort from different people, and that was displayed today through the work and session that we had.
The idea with this panel discussion is to get participants to understand that they are not too young to lead, and to expose them to opportunities where they can also lead.
The WADEMOS Next Gen Initiative is thoughtfully planned to empower, groom and engage young activists and the youth generally across the sub-region to promote and advance the cause of democracy and good governance in West Africa.
Today I led the session on the team bonding exercise, which I tagged or named the hot potato. The essence of the exercise we did lies in its ability to create engagement, interaction and fun among participants. So some aspects of its essence are quick thinking and adaptability, stress reduction, breaking the ice, empathy and support for participants. So aside all the fun that you can get from this game, the most important thing is the connection and shared experiences that it leaves or creates among participants or team members, and also getting to hear their experiences after just the short period that a game was played. They're learning to be there for each other, they're learning to connect, they're learning to even listen because as a young person, they believe that you would have to listen first before you be listened to.
For today's schedule, we have Michael Ohene Efa, who is here to see our first cohort and talk to them about their future self, to build them up as they move on this new journey of not becoming just leaders in their community, but leaders in West Africa.
If you look at the advanced countries, they have development programs for their leaders. Their leaders go through a period of incubation, of development, of mentorship, before they rise up to understand the issues that confront them, and then they'll be better able to respond. And so a program such as this that seeks to work with leaders from across West Africa so that they'll respond to the right incentives, so that they'll do the right thing when they are leaders, is priceless. I experienced a very engaging and enlightening group, people who are desirous of learning. When you're a facilitator and you're engaging a group and you see that what you are saying is going down well, you can see it from their eyes, you can see it from the questions they ask, and you can see it from their posture.
I had the opportunity to be part of the people supporting the WADEMOS Next Gen project. I mentored Ophelia, who is one of the selected few Next Gen first cohorts. No, it was quite a very insightful experience. We had opportunity to sort of identify the issues that are of interest to her in terms of democracy and governance issues, both in Ghana and across the West African sub-region.
WADEMOS Network has provided me with the networking and then the capacity building skills through mentorship. I was guided and then I was also counseled into creating my niche in good governance and democracy. Through WADEMOS Next Gen Initiative program, I am glad to say that I am a participating democratic citizen.
This was an amazing opportunity for us because we have learned a lot. We got to interact with some good leaders from Ghana and also around the West African country. We learned a lot about leadership, we learned a lot about democracy and good governance.
L'expérience vraiment que j'ai eu une très grande expérience dans ce programme. J'ai beaucoup appris à travers le mentorat, à travers les séances de leadership. Hier, j'ai eu l'opportunité de rencontrer le professeur qui nous a parlé de l'importance de la démocratie.
I can now beat my chest and say, yes, I know more about, or I know more than I used to know about democratic governance or how democracy should be run. We were able to visit the Kwame Nkrumah Center, a whole lot of history to learn. It's beautiful to know that Kwame Nkrumah was a great Pan-Africanist. He believed in Africa, he believed in the advancement of democracy.
C'est à nous jeunes de développer l'Afrique, c'est à nous jeunes de porter la démocratie, c'est à nous jeunes d'être exemplaires pour que la démocratie soit effective en Afrique, de l'Ouest et particulièrement et généralement en Afrique.
Ce programme s'est fait en 6 mois, donc une session en ligne, des sessions de mentorat et le camp culminant. Je dois dire que j'ai beaucoup appris durant cette période. J'ai appris à me positionner en tant que leader, à trouver des objectifs qui sont fiables et à trouver des moyens pour les réaliser. Alors je tiens à remercier CDD Ghana qui nous a permis de pouvoir venir ici, de pouvoir apprendre avec eux. Je tiens à remercier aussi mes mentors, Dr Boga Sako Gervais, et par l'initiative duquel j'ai pu connaître cette initiative.
Constitutions are not self-enforcing. They have to be respected and enforced by the people. So you have to achieve good enough governance and strong enough political commitment to the Constitution. We need kind of a new mobilization, a new alliance for democracy. There's strength in numbers, there's strength in coordinating among strategies, there's strength in solidarity among the West African region.
Democracy is essentially about the rule of the majority, or at least as a first rule. But there is a second element to the rule, and the second and important element is that minorities should be protected in a democracy unless that minority or what is the minority opinion happens to be negative.
The program will continue to sustain the platform that has already been created, and following the graduation, they are going to be the first cohort of the WADEMOS working group for young people. So we're going to support them to build their capacity in election observation, their election monitoring activities. They are going to participate in our convenings and thought leadership programs. We also continue to organize a couple of online seminar series with these young people, and also fund some of the local initiatives that they intend to embark in their respective countries.
And we definitely have enjoyed having you here to participate in this initiative, which is one of the flagship initiatives of WADEMOS. WADEMOS has a deep commitment to the youth, making sure that we raise a new generation of democracy defenders and activists. So we're happy that you are the first class, the first cohort of the Next Gen initiative for WADEMOS. The idea of WADEMOS is really just solidarity, learning both about democracy, about our challenges, about our various countries, cultures, really trying to create a common West African citizenship. It's a journey, it's going to be long, it's a process, but let's all keep working at it. And I'm glad that we have had the opportunity to bring you all together. I hope that some very fruitful friendships will emerge out of this. That is really what this is really about.